So this is my video diary for the spelling week. So the purpose of spelling is that like we have to know how to spell, so that like encoding and decoding, we have to know how to spell encoding so that we can eventually learn to decode, and vice versa. We can't decode without knowing how to encode. I think it just adds kind of another multi-sensory approach to learning to read as well. Like, it is one of the pillars. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong about that. But it just, to me, it seems to add a multi-sensory approach. Like I've mentioned before, we do use OG in my classroom. I'm already certified level 1, so we are using OG. So like when we're doing the spelling on the SRS sheets, like I'm teaching the kindergarten lessons right now, so we're really just doing like one letter at a time or 2 letters at a time, and we're doing like one word at a time, so it's not really anything too crazy right now. But like we always practice skywriting before we spell it on the SRS sheet. So like today we were doing the letter S, and so I have them, like, you know, practice skywriting and like say the little rhyme that goes up with it. Like, so S, you start at the middle, you curve up, you go around, and you curve in and you curve out. And so like we do that, so it's gross motor, multi-sensory, getting it in their body. So they're really learning. And so we also have them say like the keyword first. The first time we write the S, it's the keyword. The second time they're saying the letter name, and the third time they're saying the sound that it makes. And they're doing that gross motor every time, and like really like getting it in their brains that the S equals like all these different things. So it's a really multi-sensory approach to help them learn to read and spell. So the purpose is like to kind of like bridge the gap and like bring in another the fine motor and the gross motor and all that to help like develop the recognition. And then telling them how the purpose of the spelling words and everything is like to help them like build the foundations that they need. So like it's very explicit in the scope and sequence, the way that we build upon the teaching the spelling. So like our first heart word, memory word, whatever you want to call it, is the. So it has the H brothers in there and the TH with the, and they know the edge like equals E. So it's in there, and it's a good, you're not going to be able to sound it out, so it doesn't necessarily help with reading, but it is helping them. And again, with the gross motor, with the skywriting, it helps them get that process of like, oh, this is a word versus a letter. So it's a like grapheme versus a phoneme, and just all of that basics. So like teaching them the difference between words and letters. And again, I'm intense, so there's different purposes and things like that behind it. But those are just some of the things that I can think of right now. So that's what I think about spelling. I think it's like more of a multi-sensory, getting their bodies to do it, and it helps them remember better like how to see and say the words, letters, whatever your phonemes, graphemes. I think it helps their memory a little bit if you do it in that multi-sensory approach. So thanks.